Ladies are at Walford on Thursday for an 11 a.m. game, and then on to Furman Saturday for a 2 p.m. game. Coach, come on up, tell us how the teams play.
How's everybody doing? Good. We're excited to kind of finish out the home stretch, the rest of the schedule. Just really proud of the resilience in this team. I know it didn't come out the way we wanted in our last game against Sanford, but we put 3 really good games together before that. I think a lot of our players are just continuing to grow and learning about where we are at and what we need to work on every day to get us back to where we're at. Just proud of just our resilience in our fight. This league is on any given day, anyone can have the opportunity to win, and I think that's something that we talk about as a group, is just making sure that we can show up every single day and do the things that we work on, follow the scout, do the things so we can be better for each game. I think for us, just continuing to stay healthy at this time of the year. Everyone is going through injuries and little things like that, and we're just trying to stay healthy, and so we can continue to keep growing, so we can finish out this stretch strong before we head into conference. So with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Coach, you have a full season and then almost a full season this year. What are you seeing, as from a coach's perspective, what are you seeing the biggest differences between your first and second team members?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is understanding and knowing the league and the players that we brought back with Talia and the rest of them, the growth in them, and the unselfishness in understanding and knowing the way of athletics now, meaning there's going to be transfers, there's going to be people that come in, but trusting us as a staff to know that we're going to bring amazing individuals in that fit who they are. I think that's been the biggest difference. The players that we brought in, I think were great fits for our program. I think they came in, and every one of them that we brought in have brought something to the table, and the things that we thought that they would bring to the table. And I think that's a big part of it. And I think for the returners and for myself, I think just that competitiveness in us every single day, knowing that we're going to have a chance to compete in every game. And I think that's the growth from where we went from last year to this year.
And pretty competitive game against Walford here last time. Now you're going into their place. What are some things that you saw in the last game that you trying to correct going into this next one?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we got to get off to a good start. We didn't in that game either. That was a game that we struggled in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then we had to play catch up. We're that team that we want to get started as soon as the ball was tipped in the air. We want to be ready to go. I think the next thing too is making sure that we're guarding the 3, just like in this league. Everybody shoots the 3 really well, and then also too just really playing off our strengths. I think that we were able to turn them over. We was able to do a lot of different things, and being able to contain their freshmen. I mean, she killed us last game, and I think going back and watching and putting our players in a position where we could change up defenses, do a lot of things with her, but also too, they have a post player too. They have, some great players. So we have to follow the scout. I think we did a really good job of that when we got warmed up in the game here. And like you said, we came right down to the wire. We had 2 wide open threes that, could have tied the game. But I think just our discipline. That's something that we talk to the players about a lot, about continuing to have the discipline in the moments where we can make sure we're getting stops and doing the things we need to so we can get the win.
You mentioned not getting a result you wanted the last time out. How do you feel like the momentum is sustaining, though, from the 3 wins before that? Obviously, given the growth you just talked about from last year, do you feel like despite that loss, there's still, good attitude and the right headspace going into the stretch run?
Yeah, I think that's my job as a head coach and our job as a staff is to make sure they are in a great headspace. They had yesterday off after we came back from the game. We'll head over to practice and get ready today. But, I think at the end of the day, the greatest thing is they've been through this, right? We've lost the game and they came back and ready to go and put in the work and do the things that they need to. So I think the biggest thing, I was talking to a couple of players earlier, this is just about understanding and knowing that we're prepared for these moments. It's not pressure, no pressure right now. It's putting the things that we know that we've worked on every single day, and our job is to put them in practice in those situations where they're going to be comfortable when it comes game time.
And then, I mean, you mentioned the growth in terms of unselfishness, other things like that, kind of as a group. How do you see that manifest on the floor? Is it fluidity? Is it, which side of the ball do you see that more on? What is something specific that
Yeah.
applies to?
Yeah, I think it shows up in different moments, and I think on different sides of the ball at different times. I think when you look at it, sometimes we're shooting the ball well, sometimes we're not. And when we're not, trying to hang our hat on defense. And I think we've done that in some games, and actually in the 3 games that, we won 3 games in a row. And I think we struggled at that. The last game when we was on the road at Sanford, we didn't guard the ball the way we should have. We didn't rebound the way we should have. So yeah, I think it. But with this group, what I love about this group is they're very coachable. Come back every single day and give us exactly what we need, so we can prep them and prepare them for whatever the next game plan is going to be. So that's what I'm excited about.
But you had a much better effort on Saturday in the second half. What kind of words of wisdom did you give them at halftime?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, they understand and know the expectations now, right? That's what we talked about. Expectations are for us every single day to show up and compete at the highest level like we've been doing. We didn't do that in those first 10 minutes, 20 minutes of the game. And I think that, for them, they understand and know me now as a coach. So we just talk about the things that we need to correct and what that looks like. And I think the most important thing for me as a head coach is making them understand that they are not selling themselves short. So when we don't play to the level of where we need to, I just talk to them about how we have to ramp up our intensity. Because when we bring our intensity, like we did in that second half, I feel very confident that we're always going to be in the ball game.
And your string wins together with grit and in your toughness. That's got to make you feel good as a coach knowing that your team's got that competitive edge in them.
Oh, definitely. And I think at the end of the day, I think it, it also shows that they are in a position every single day when we're talking to them about what we're going to need to win on the road and what that looks like. They're taking everything that we tell them and they're trying to put it on the floor. And that's all you can ask as a coach. And so my job as a head coach and the assistants, us as a staff, is to make sure that we are correcting the things that we know didn't work and how can we help them be confident enough to go out and do it the next time when we hit the floor.
We talk about the teams that you guys are going to face soon, but what do you think needs to be something that you guys focus on in the game to kind of pull out some of these wins in the finals?
Yeah. I think the big word I can keep going back to is our discipline. Our discipline in the moments when we got to get stops, when we can guard and defend without fouling, when we can rebound. And then the next thing, too, is just really playing to our strength. I feel like our strength is, and have said it constantly over the season, our strength is in numbers. And I think that when we can have, Talia, different people come in the game and us keep the momentum of where we're going and push it forward, I think that is one of the things that can really help us be successful in finding ways to pull out some of these wins in these next games.
Yeah, you talk about the numbers. What do you think is something other teams have to scout about you guys, something that makes you guys dangerous?
Yeah, I think that you have to prepare for not only the 5 that start on the floor, but everyone else too that has the opportunity that's playing minutes. When you look at a lot of teams, you look at our scoring in conference, and it's down the line. You got 11, 10, 9, 8. So that means that, you got to make sure when someone's on the floor that you're guarding. So it means that you can't, double off someone or leave someone wide open. And so I think that's the biggest thing. And then even players coming off our bench, Talia Harris, all the other ones that bring that momentum. I think that's one of our biggest strengths. And I think that's why I think you have to prepare for just more than 2 or 3 people on the roster.
So they're not really getting a break from you guys?
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan anyway.
Anything else? Coach brought Talia with you.
Yes.
You wouldn't introduce her, what she brings.
Yeah.
Contributions to the program.
Yeah, so Talia Harris is here with us today. One thing I'm just super proud for with Talia is that, as Todd spoke about, it's our second year around, right? And Talia stepped up big time her freshman year for us when, we had a lot of injuries and everything else. And I just think her experience, her IQ, and right now I think she's really, really stepping up when we really need her to. And just really proud of like who she has been off the floor also with this group and becoming more of a vocal leader. And I think that's something that I've been really challenging her about, and I think that she's been doing a great job of that. So really awesome to be able to have another point guard, and now what's good is I'm able to also put her and Talia Kemp on the floor at the same time. So we're trying to be able to play players in different positions, and she gives us the luxury to do that. So really proud of her, and just looking forward to her to continue to keep bringing everything she can so we can, find a way to get these wins.
Let it come up, if you would, give us an opening statement, how you think the season's going, and how excited you are for the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
How's everybody doing today? Our last game we played, we didn't come out how we needed to, and obviously we dropped that one. But before that, we were playing some pretty good basketball, and I think we can continue that throughout the season. So I'm excited to see how these last 2 weeks go.
Talia, if I ask Coach this, from a coach's perspective, what she sees the difference between this year and last year's team, what do you see from a player's perspective as the difference between the two teams?
I think it's just our will to want it. I think last year we had some moments, and some of us just didn't really feel like we needed to be out there. We didn't play as hard as we need to. We weren't a good representation of Mercer or even Coach Hurd. But I feel like this year, a lot of us just know that we want to do it. We want to win. We want to put Mercer back on that map. I mean, they've been at the top of the SoCon for a long, long time. So just going out there, playing hard, doing what we can control. Yeah.
What's been one or two moments for you this year you're like, we can actually make this a memorable season?
I think just how we just strung together 3 wins, just like that. I mean, they were close games, but us being able to fight through all the adversity we've hit and all of that, and just coming out with the wins. So just us playing hard, winning games, having fun, all of that.
Coach already mentioned this a little bit, the age of athletics now, we move around a lot. What made you want to return here? How good do you feel about the progress you and the rest of the team have made since that year last year?
The main reason I wanted to come back was because I know who Coach Hurd is. I've known her for a long, long time. I mean, she believes in me, instills that confidence in me, so I wanted to come back and just help us. She told me she was going to bring in some good pieces, what she did. So just trusting her, trusting the process, understanding that there'll be highs and lows through the season, but yeah, just trusting her through it all.
Last year you had to step up into the point guard position. What do you think, how have you developed as a player? Now you're playing more of a role as the immediate game changer when you get on the court. What about your game has changed, do you think?
I think, like she said, just being more of a leader. I mean, every team needs that spark off the bench, and I feel like I try to rally the team up when I do come in, help us make sure the momentum doesn't go down, just stuff like that. And just coming in, being that leader, playing the point guard position, and just being ready when my number's called.
Okay, anything else for Talia? All right, thank you, ladies, appreciate it.
Thank
Being
you.
there. On the road 2 games this week, but then they'll be home to finish the regular season with 2 games at home, including a doubleheader next week. So, thank you, ladies.